Hello, hello, hello. It is time for some arcade spirits. The new challengers. Just getting ready here. Finishing up a few things. And also finishing up breakfast, lunch, dinner. When you only sleep 4 to 5 hours at a time, does it really matter which is which? And bear with me. Thank you. Yes, we are going to be jumping into the arcade spirits, the new challengers. Got part 4. We've just set up our team house and all that fun stuff. So interesting. Have to bear with me. I ate food, which means I'm going to be coughing a little. Such is the way of life. And let's go.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Punchy78 here with Fight Shack News. All the fighting that's fit to post. The Pro Tour is heating up, with contenders eager to scoop up precious qualification points to claim a place at the main event. With the Pizza Yums Invitational happening at this year's Max, the stage is set for a bagel-powered high-profile tournament. This could be the major win everybody's favorite underdog team needs to really reach for the gold. But fighting in local arcades is nothing compared to the big stage at Max. Can they see this through? Like, share, subscribe, smash the bell, rate Fight Shack 5 stars, tell your friends, tell your enemies, this is getting intense.
They really are. They really do channel every mid-tier YouTuber out there. Hold on, my cat is causing problems. I was referencing another black cat in um my stream posts and stuff was against the rules, and so she must cause all manner of motion. Hopefully she doesn't try to, onto my table and then jump onto my desk and then almost knock my monitors off the desk like she did the other day. That was quite the experience. She was just bouncing from place to place because, of course, the more like she goes to one thing, jumped on my side table here, and then that couldn't hold her weight, so it fell over. So of course she has to jump to the next thing, which is my chair, which is moving around. So then she has to jump to me, which of course I'm like, what the hell are you doing? So that scares her more. So she jumps to the next thing, which was my desk, and I barely got a hold of her before she tried to jump directly like between my microphone and my monitor. And there's like 4 inches between my microphone and my monitor on a good day. So I had a hold of her and I managed to get her back towards me and then get her like somewhere far away from all the breakable electronics. Harrowing experience. But it is the distant future 20XX and I am on a roll. I've won every major challenge put before me, overcome every setback, and today I'm going to utterly destroy the next obstacle in my path. And now I'm at the Pizza Yums Invitational. If we win this, we curry favor with our sponsor and rack up some very critical Pro Tour points. Any windows open here, I think. Close some stuff down. Time to be serious, and while most of the time I can keep that vibe rolling, today, well, I'm pretty far outside my comfort zone, which is going to make matters difficult. Specifically, I'm 2,408 miles away from my comfort zone. Instead of my comfy and chaotic East Coast city homestead, I've flown out to the West Coast to rainy gem of Pacific Northwest to Max Prime. uh, that's great. Because, of course, they don't want you to call PAX Prime anymore. They want you to call it PAX West. Because they want it to, be fair to all the other PAX. Of course, the people who went to PAX of days of yore tend to still call it PAX Prime. So, that is fun. What's Max Prime, you ask? Because I had to ask myself, looking like a total newbie in the process. In a word, crowded. Max is what you get when 70,000 people descend upon a building the size of an airport. All of them here to hawk retro games, wares, play new arcade games, and enter tournaments. Not only am I fighting off jet lag from my first coast-to-coast trip, dealing with a neck ache from some kid kicking the back of my seat and generally craving death, I'm also elbow to elbow with unwatched gamers eager to hustle for rare finds, valuable wares, and championship glory. The expo hall alone is like an aircraft hangar, packed with vendor booths and playable prototype games. All the major companies and arcade chains have a presence here. Even console games are represented, with the big three of Sega, Nintendo, and Atari. Again, no arcade crash, no video game crash. Console games didn't ever really take off, and PCs didn't really take off as much as arcades did. But there's still consoles, and of course, because Atari never failed either, right? Then you have your Atari, your Sega, and your Nintendo. You don't have your Xbox and your Sony. Why would you have anything Microsoft if PCs are kind of like still niche, underused, right? All the flashing lights and noisy crowds are threatening to drown me out. But yeah, a little in over my head considering I was a PC gamer shut-in until recently, but my teammates are eating this up with a spoon. Finally, a Left Coast Max. I've been to the Right Coast Max event plenty of times. Now I can compare the two. If you need me, I'll be, probably everywhere. Wow, so many people who love video games under one roof. I can't wait to say hello to all the indie devs and see what they've been making. This is just the best. That's me. That's me at every PAX. Running around at indie booths, blah, blah, blah. I loved PAX West this year because it was so indie focused. None of the big companies were there. It was so low key. It was so just like people who were really excited about their video game that they had made, and it was a lot of fun. And I don't think we're gonna see that, as the big cons get back to rolling at full steam again. I don't think we're gonna see that kind of thing anymore. But it was, or at least for a long while. I mean, that's how PAX and several video game cons were before they really blew up. It's kind of nice to get that retro feel at PAX last year. First stop has to be the retro games dealers, though. Maybe I can get a few more rare finds for my collection. 50-hour Japanese RPGs, here I come. Okay, this is a bit much, isn't it? Pity Jinx couldn't come with us. I'd love to grouse about the gaudiness with her. Meantime, think I'll also engage in retail therapy. See you later. Leaving me with the two most social individuals in our entire group sticking by his side the entire time. Wow. Sorry about that. The post-food eating woes have hit me a little harder than normal today, but we shall push through. Loxley and Rhapsody. Such an intense atmosphere. I've heard many songs sung of the wonders to be found at Max. I'll admit, little has prepared me for the reality. But I shall remain steadfast in the face of this madness, rest assured.
I vibe with it.
Behold the wonders of Max, glorious and terrifying all at once. This is the second biggest Max I've ever seen. First being Max East, of course. Ah, sorry. Again. Luckily, I won't have to fight the crowds too much since I'm casting the matches for the invitation. I've got a special VIP badge. I can come and go when I please. If you want to see Max in all its magnificence, without a sea of bodies, I can let you borrow it after show floor hours are over. Is this a bad time to mention that I haven't been in a room with more than 10 people in it since high school graduation? I mean, look at this. Where do we even start with this? Is there a map? Do I need a guide to survival gear? Should I swear to offer my tasty flesh as nourishment if we get stranded?
I disagree, my friend.
No, it's not quite all that. But honestly, a guide isn't a bad idea. Loxley and I can be your Max guides. If you need anything, we're only a text away, assuming you can get any service, of course. 70,000 people all battling to connect to the Wi-Fi is a tournament on its own. And really, even cell phones. The cell phones can get inside hacks, but you're fighting for the tower's data bandwidth. There's only, in any given situation, there's only three towers from each carrier that your phone can connect to, at best. That's how cell phones work. You connect to 3 in your area. Usually you connect to the one closest to you, but then you ping off the other ones to kind of get your geolocation and to get your data flow. Rhapsody is right. We will be by the side as need be. Besides,
Tally-ho!
your focus today is the Pizza Yums Invitational, yes? Put all this aside and keep your goals in sight. No need to engage with the teeming masses. If you're really only interested in competitive play, do what makes you happy.
Sounds good to me.
Agreed, do what you want to do, and if you're getting overwhelmed, it's okay to take a break and clear your head. Remember that there is an outside. It does exist. One last piece of advice from your guide, don't forget to have some fun while you're here. There's so much more to do than the tournament. Right, tournament. Focus on the tournament. Exactly the opposite of what they said. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. This is my time. This is my hour. I can do this. Just another tournament. A very, very critical one that will earn us favor with Pizza Yums and a ton of Pro Tour qualification points. But just another tournament. Take a breath to calm my nerves and turn to face the combat arena. The huge stage decorated up for big showdowns between the top professional teams, all invited by Pizza Yums. Its aura flows into the surrounding booths and right up to my toes. I'll be interested to see how they do this. They've got it set up more like because I mean arcades are really just they're front and center. Everyone the culture of arcade games is that everyone gathers around, right? Versus the land fights that are at PAX, it's basically just 50 people all sitting down at computers. So I'll be taking on challenges there, so why not get the lay of the land? Good to know what I'm getting myself in. Using various hand motions and signals, I let Rhapsody and Loxley know I'm going to wander toward the stage to check it out. They nod in approval and try not to get lost in the jaunt over the... I approach the impressive stage and... Wait. Why is there breath gathering by the stage seating area? The actual tournament doesn't start for another hour. Okay, yeah, I kinda... Which is why Pizza Yums is proud to announce a brand new sponsor of Team Play to Win. Yeah, I was I was wondering about this. I had seen a spoiler. Try to avoid spoilers, but yeah. I don't think our sponsorship is for long. What? We're happy to work with Victoria Proud, whom you may know better as Valkyrie, two-time EVO champion and coach of Team Play to Win. Pizza Yum certainly knows how to play to win, and we're thrilled to support the dreams of P2W as they rise to the Pro Tour ranks. Camera flashes go off, and the press slaps photos of the new, minted business partners, and then one of them asks the question that's burning in my mind. What about your previous sponsorship of the pit crew? Unfortunately, we parted ways with the pit crew. Their spot in the Pizza Yums Invitational will be given to Team P2W. What? Talk about pay to win. We wish our little team the best of luck in the future and see nothing but success in store for them. Now as we look to the future, we look to Team P2W. We hope you enjoy seeing them dominate at the Pizza Yums Invitational. And nobody told us as we flew 2,500 miles out. Crowded journalists to sports, I might try to confront our former sponsor. This is an intense identity situation. You can only pick a response that matches your top two. You can't just drop the pick you. We have a contract with you. Doesn't P2 already have like dozens of sponsorships? Why the waste of moolah? Excuse me, but we had a contract with PCMs. You can't just jump us without 2 weeks notice or something like that, right? Or after getting us all the way out here. Actually, there's an exception clause that we feel you aren't representing our brand well. We've done everything you asked of us. Yes, but you haven't grown. Haven't signed new players, won us any money, or anything indicating you're big enough to justify the investment. On the plus side, we've already paid for your trip to Max. Enjoy your hotel room and convention. Plenty of fun to be had even if you can't play a tournament, right? No? Excuse me, I've got other business to attend to. Despite my former sponsor slinking off, the one who really backstabbed me stands her ground. We lock eyes and she takes a step towards me. Victoria Proud, back-to-back EVO champion, known as Valkyrie, owner of Team P2W, most powerful woman in the industry, is almost gentle in her expression. Could that be sympathy?
Defeat is never easy, I know. But in reality, this is me doing you a favor. I know it's hard to see right now, but that's the truth of it.
Excuse me?
You're way in over your head, and you don't even realize it. I've been grinding the pro gaming scene all my life, from the original Street Fighter through to Fist of Discomforts 1 and 2. I've been here, building the scene while you were busy tinkering with building blocks in preschool. And that's not a dig at you. I'm trying to point out that I've been in your situation before, making the exact same mistakes you are. Nobody was there picking me up when I fell. No one helped me. So that's what I'm doing for you, here and now. Helping you see that you aren't ready for this. Are your players signed with actual contracts? Do you even have an accountant or a lawyer?
I have an iris. Probably shouldn't admit that. There's a phone in my direction where the neon wireframe of a familiar virtual girl waves back.
Yeah, I've got one of those too. She's handy, but an app is no substitute for having a full support staff. You're playing at being something you're not. You should stick to having fun with your friends and let this fantasy of yours go. There's no shame in being a casual.
Well, gosh, thanks, Mom. Am I also grounded without dessert? I have a doubt as the kindness of your gesture, Valkyrie. In fact, I'd say it was a fine strategic move for destroying a rival before they can grow stronger. It's entirely too convenient that your generous officer of wisdom is paired with leveraging your own wealth and fame to destroy someone who may one day beat you.
You beat me? I've taken the championship more times than I can count. I've built the most powerful team in the world. You're far from ready to do that. If you lost your funding, that's your fault. If I hadn't done it, someone else would have. Learn the lesson and move on.
And she walks away as I'm no longer even the tiniest of concerns to her, just another tryhard for her to dismiss.
Iris, what's my schedule like for the next hour?
All clear, ma'am.
Good. Find me somewhere pleasant to have a spot of lunch before the first round begins.
Leaving me with all of Max before me and no actual reason for me to be here. With the impromptu press conference of doom over, I listlessly wander back toward my friends. Once we join up again, I quickly reiterate what went down.
Oof.
Not like we needed another reason to dislike P2W. They're really hitting us where it hurts. But on the bright side, the shipment of pizza bagels to headquarters will end. Not sure the bright side is all that bright, Rhapsody. Once we get home, we still have to rent to pay and team salaries. If we can't pay, we'll lose the apartments. Some of us will have to find new jobs. No, we're in too deep. We need a new sponsor to keep the ball rolling. No way around it. Where can we find a last-minute sponsor? I don't know. I do know something, or someone rather, I can turn to. Pull out my phone. Iris, what you got for me?
Beep, beep.
I've already started searching. It could take a few days, though. Right now, the news feeds are choked with news of P2W signing with Pizza Yums. May need to wait for the story to cool off to find someone interested in us from literally yesterday's news at this point. Not sitting around waiting. I'm the coach, the responsible cat herder. I gotta get on top of this as soon as I can. I should probably head back to the hotel and do some serious research. Not like there's any reason for me to stick around here anymore. Indeed, you could do that. Or you could take a break from being a manager and let your friends help you out instead. Rhapsody and I can solve this problem. But no, it's okay. This is my job. You don't have to. I insist. I am your sword arm. Yes, my liege must rest and recuperate while I tirelessly fight this battle. Besides, I have hidden talents which may apply. Making contacts, network wheeling and dealing, I'm experienced in such matters. Guiding up possible new sponsors for us will be child's play.
Yeah.
Loxley is right. I might have a few leads myself. It helps to know the right people, and I can track them down in between casting matches. Leave this to us, Ursula Major. You and the rest of the pit crew go have fun. You've done plenty for us already. Let us return the favor. When I first arrived at Good Clean Fun, I lamented having all these chores and duties, but now, handing them off feels weird. Feels like I'm admitting defeat, like I've failed. But if someone else is offering to pick up the burden, well, maybe I should take them on. There's no shame in that, right? I guess it could work, but are you sure? I don't mind, really. It's my job to figure stuff like this out. Honestly, between my allies and Rhapsody's industry contacts, we're likely better positioned to do this than you are. Weren't you a complete shut-in before you met us? I wasn't a complete shut-in. I did go down the corner store to buy more nachos. Sometimes. The pinnacle of diplomatic prowess, that.
Shall we?
Besides, if we fail, nothing is lost, yes? You and your Iris simply resume your efforts after this weekend's festivities. You've earned a break. If you overwork yourself, you'll burn out. We've all seen you putting in the overtime, getting everything together for us. So let Loxley and me take a shot at this, okay? They're not wrong. I haven't slept well this last month as we moved from practice session to practice session, online tournament to online tournament. At times I woke up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat with the images of pixelated smiles burning in my brain. Well, those sure didn't help either. Okay, I put it in your hands.
Excellent.
You may rely upon us. Meanwhile, we're at Max, the nexus of fun and games, the perfect opportunity to immerse yourself further in arcade culture, yes?
Nice.
Now's the time to get out there and experience your first Max. We've got this. Aimless and directionless, me, an FO2 junkie and PC gamer versus a thundering herd of arcade fanatics. This is not a matchup I can counter. I should definitely seek out my friends. I don't mind playing second fiddle to whatever fun they're having. What do I want to look for first? Fortunately, Iris has a map of the convention center loaded up and ready, complete with handy icons representing each of them. Indie Arcade. Grace and Domino. Let's start with Grace and Domino. Take some poking around through the crowd, but eventually I'll locate Domino and Grace in a maze of game vendors. Booth range from makeshift table and crate arrangements right up to glossy and slick storefronts. But they all have one thing in common. Games, games, games.
Woohoo!
They have a dinosaur peak. That's so rare. $4,000 is a bit steep for though.
Whoa.
A bit steep for an 8-bit video game cartridge? Oh yes, the empty box alone can go for $1,000. I lack the words to adequately express the nightmare horror of this scenario.
Hey.
Major, come engage in retail therapy with us. We are purchasing tokens of nerd culture so that we may signify our identification with 30-year-old technology trends. Not really that cynical, I promise. I just love finding these rare artifacts of the game generations that came before me. We can really learn a lot from the past, you know. Agreed. I've got an MS-DOS collection the size of, well, the games were tiny back then, but relatively speaking, the size of a truck. We could use a truck about now. Holds up a pair of plastic bags, he's straining mightily from the weight of rectangular plastic wedges within them. Today, as we go on a grand safari through the jungles of retro gaming, I am Grace's beast of burden. I mean, it's too much for you to carry, Domino. It's okay, I don't mind taking a bag or two. It's really no bother. That was an exaggeration for comic effect, Grace. Don't worry. Okay, I mean, I'm just saying, I didn't mean to burden you or anything. It's fine, we cool. My arms may stretch a few inches by the end of the day, but hey, gravity is a harsh mistress. Seems Domino's love for cynical wordplay is going right over Grace's head. No surprise there. Fetch the raised dais. You must elevate our grace to the unwashed masses. Friends helping friends, right? The pit crew is always willing to support each other. Yeah, let's go this route just because that'll really just put Grace off even more. Not a burden, it's compassion in physical form.
Sure thing.
Exactly. I want to be here in your time of need, Grace, even if that need is just schlepping around a bunch of cartridges. Well, okay, and you're right. I'm always willing to help out a friend in need. Domino, if you ever need anything, I'm here. Even if you just want to talk or... Oh, what's this? As Domino is distracted by a plastic game box, Grace shoots me a brief, worried look. I spent some time with Domino, and she's not wrong to be worried, but he's maintaining his mask of cheer in public. Not much to be done about it right now.
Whoa.
The Silent Hill HD collection, and only $5? Why yes, I think I will spend my hard-earned coin of the realm on that one. I've always loved the idea of a horror game where the only real monsters are the ones you brought with you.
What?
Don't buy that version. HD remake is really awful. If you want to play those games, we should get the originals. Can't afford the originals. I mean, if I had that kind of money, I'd be grabbing Earthbound instead. Oh, what a colorful, happy game. I know, it's got death cults, police brutality, and the final boss is a real manifestation of violation and agony. Isn't it great? That's just a theory. Anyway, we could get Earthbound for you. There's a loose copy here for only $200, practically a steal. Cost is much higher in 20X, when people were investing in retro games rather than simply enjoying them. Let's get your favorite game. I'll pitch in. What do you say? If I had that kind of money, sure, which, as noted, I do not. With our sponsor situation kind of up in the air, thinking fewer three-figure impulse buys the better, right? Are there any cheap digital options for getting that game instead? There have been alternatives, right? Is Earthbound available digitally? You don't need the literal pieces of plastic from 1990X just to enjoy a game. I mean, you could get the mobile phone version for a few dollars. Playing a retro game with a virtual D-pad on glasses. Done. Domino pockets his phone, having spent digital pocket change on digital copy of his dream game.
What?
But it's a terrible way to play old games. Hey, I'll take what I can get, and this is the thing I can actually get. Not the best. You learn to live with the premium mediocre products when you stay thrifty. Okay, I mean, if that works best for you, all the more reason to get a new sponsor, so maybe one day Domino can buy things he wants without settling for second best. I think that's enough shopping for now. Maybe it's for the best I not spend all my money on things I don't really need. Hey, don't let me guilt you into not having fun. That'd be sucky. No, it's fine. I'm living by myself now and can't fall back on my family's support. It's a lesson I should learn. No matter our situation, no matter what crisis we face, we're together. We'll support each other and we'll make the right decisions to get through it. Let's hear it for the pit crew. Hooray. Louder. Hooray. I can't hear you. Hooray, damn it. Seriously, hooray. Can't ray any hooer. Let's call it here. My brain's melting from being around 80,000 people and my stomach yearns for calories. Oh, before we break for lunch, have you talked to Jinx yet? No, not yet. Do you think I should call her, see if she's doing okay? If you don't mind, yes. I think it's good to stay in touch, and I just know she'd love to hear from you. That was my next stop. Sure, if I have time. When arranging for airline tickets to bring the whole team out to the West Coast, one name was absent on the travel arrangements. Mynx. Flying cross-country and dealing with Jiangnan Convention Center wasn't in the cards for her physically, so she opted out of the trip. But no reason I can't phone her up and see how she's doing. Better do it outside too, where it's less noisy. Iris called Jinx on speakerphone.
Okay.
Major, what's up? Hey Jinx, just checking in. How you doing? How's the cat? Didn't want you to think we forgot about you two or anything. Cat is fine, but how am I doing? How are you doing? News about PCM ditching us came across like 5 different news feeds at once. Ah, right, that. Luxley and Raspy are looking for a new sponsor. Failing that, Iris and I will find someone. Don't worry. We'll make apartment rent this month. Yeah, I know. Not worried about that. I'm more worried about how you're dealing with... Is that Ursula Major? It is. Hey, Ursula Major. Gotta cough up the rent or I'm booting you all on the street and suing you for everything you have.
Come on.
Young, quit it. She doesn't know when you're joking around like I do. Oh, come on. Let me have my fun. Don't worry, Ursula Major. We can just skip this month's rent. Provided you pay it back next month with interest. Hey, did you run out of vegan pizza bagels? I can't find any in here. Thought you hated junk food. Situation cries out for them. Excellent movies require excellent treats. We need pizza bagels. Hang on, going to get some pizza bagels. Jinx, would you kindly request that Gion stop causing cardiac events? I'm standing in an alley right behind the convention center. They wouldn't find my body for days.
Ugh.
Gion does what Gion wants to do, afraid, and Gion currently hungers for both rent and microwave garbage food. In the corner of my phone screen, I can see Iris sighing happily as Gion's choice and snack selections. Right now, we're hiring an impromptu movie party. Think they felt sorry I couldn't join you all out there. Wanted to cheer me up. Right, that's why I'm calling. See how you're doing. Well, not gonna lie, having some FOMO being left behind like this.
Well, this sucks.
Sucks, you know, being sidelined by my damn knees again. Couldn't be there for you at Hamza's tournament either, despite trying. Maybe I could have come out there. Maybe I should have tried. Rent a scooter, endure the strain, just make an effort. That with my gut and said, nope, no way, no how. Didn't want to try. Wanted to stay nice and comfy at home. Now I'm not there in your hour of need. No, I mean, you gotta take care of your health. You gotta take care of yourself. You can't take care of others if you can't take care of yourself first.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, bringing you today when you're already down. Don't worry about me. And you made the right call. This place is overwhelmingly huge. So you're worried about me and I'm worried about you. I'm getting the feeling that's counterproductive. So we're going to recover from losing our sponsor, so ultimately I'll be fine. The crew is not done just yet. And you made the right call not coming out here. It's a nightmare crowd of chaos in a building the size of Des Moines. Huh? That bad? I may need a map and provisions before I go looking for the bathroom. Heard stories, but yeah, total overload. Not my scene. Wish I could do more for the team, but in this instance, right call it seems.
Thanks.
Thanks. Glad to have a boots on the ground view to reaffirm my decision. No more pizza bagels downstairs. How can we have a family movie party without pizza bagels? If the corner bodega is somehow also out of pizza bagels, heads will roll and blood will spill. I'm telling you, a pizza bagel shortage. I mean, there's probably the whole... It's the same as like with Arcade Spirits coming out. Arcade Spirits came out, run on pizza bagels. Max has a Pizza Yums tournament, run on pizza bagels. See, there you go.
Hell no.
You know, we don't need pizza on a bagel. Just go get a regular ass pizza from Ben and Matt. Traditions are meant to be upheld. I will not break with the sacred snacking rites. I would sooner embrace death. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to procure some delicious round bready delights. Toodles. I wonder if massive knee pain would be better than this day of mandatory fun. Get on a session on watching Mall Cops again just for the Bad Movie podcast. So, in happier news, what's the plan to get back at P2W for trying to kill us? Is that vendetta you thirst for? I didn't think you were into petty revenge. Pick and choose my spots, yeah? Sometimes I shrug it off, sometimes I come down on someone like the fist of an angry god. It's all about keeping it cool so you're ready for the times when you gotta go ballistic on someone. Is now that time then? Should I be worried? More interested in what you have to say. Simple, really. Here's what we do. Put Valkyrie's hand in warm water so she sleeps and wets the bed. Blood and war, we shall topple the dynasty and replace it with our own. Okay, so what we do, see, is we wait until Valkyrie falls asleep. Then we take a bowl of warm water and put her hand in it. And she pees the bed while she sleeps. It's foolproof. Except for the bit where you gotta break into her house and sneak into her room while she's sleeping. Hey, revenge fantasies don't have to be realistic. They're just for fun. Me, I'm more interested in actual factual revenge, but whatever, we can dunk on her by winning the Pro Tour. That'll do. Got it. You can count on me to do our revenge. There's a quick silence on the phone before I hear her voice again. Hey, how's Grace doing? She's off playing a bunch of indie games.
Good.
She sounds like she's in her element then. And see, it was a good that I checked on Grace first, and then checked on Jinx so you could report on Grace. Glad you're there for her even if I can't be. We both really appreciate it. I mean, you're important to us, yeah? Before I can say anything else, I hear a door slam and a squeal. Pizza bagels obtained! Now who's up for Mall Cops 2, the shopping? That's my cue to go, I think.
See you later.
Good to check in with everyone on the team when, even those who couldn't be with us today. It's good to hear Jinx likes spending time with me. Wouldn't mind doing the same, spending time with her. I mean, not with myself. Time to move on. With my phone call done, I head back indoors to resume traversing the landscape of Max. Yeah, no. Sorry, Zapper. I'm sure you have a great storyline, but I'm just not interested. And she doesn't really vibe with this character either. So thinking about it is exactly the place I need to be if I'm going to let the world know our side of the story, isn't it? Max is where the entire arcade industry gathers developers, publishers, esports stars, and reporters. Sure enough, a familiar face is busy talking about all the events while a friend of his with an old VHS camcorder gets every last word on tape.
And with the Atari XLX starting to fade, will the Nintendo PlayStation 4 Pro take the crown for the console of choice with the retro set?
Yep. And it was the Nintendo PlayStation instead of the, yep. So again, Atari and Sega. And, no Sony, it's the Nintendo PlayStation. No Microsoft, but XLX.
It all comes down to upscalers and CRT support. The XLX is the long-reigning king of both HDMI upscale and 240p output for old television sets. But Nintendo holds the keys to the kingdom for many retro franchises. And even if they aren't on board with 240p, they're the only game in town for many. We'll have more on the upcoming NPS4 Pro and... hang on.
Use the terms away from the camera lens to face me. Crap, was I in shot? I was going to wait until he finished. Sorry, I didn't mean to photobomb you and interrupt. I can come back later. No, stay put, please. You're Ursula Major, right? Owner of the pit crew? Technically, collectively on the pit crew. I'm just their cat herder. See, that's the kind of detail we need. Do you have time for a quick interview? Kinda, why I came over here, actually. Great, Pete. Load of fresh tape. Good stuff. I want to get this at high quality. With a shrug, the man just out of shoots loads another VHS-C cassette and starts rolling. They really do a good job of building this alternate future. A lot better than the first movie did, or first game did, because without PCs blowing up and becoming as ubiquitous as they are right now, there's no need for all these all these digital advances, and everything's still on cassettes and hardware, because you don't have a PC that can download stuff everywhere. It's all consoles and physical locations and physical units. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Punchy78 here with Fight Check News. All the fighting that's fit to post. Hot up the heels of the bombshell drop this morning, I've got Ursula Major of the Pit Crew, formerly sponsored by Pizza Yums. Welcome to the show. Happy to be here, Punchy. So tell us more about the Pit Crew. There's still a few people living under the Ozarks or something who haven't heard of you. What drives you? What makes you tick? Having friends who love FOD? Have fun, kick ass, fight hard, party harder, and have a ball. It's all about fun, yeah. We have fun playing this game. I mean, that's the point of throwing hours and hours into fun if no fun. There's the grind, hard work, and practice, but we're bound together by a mutual love of the game and having fun playing killer arcade titles. For me personally, that involves a lot of gloomy adulting, like dealing with contracts and stuff, but it's worth it. It's all worth it in the end. So you don't own the team, you just manage it? Hey, somebody has to do the boring work. It's a prerequisite for the fun. So as a manager of the Pit Crew, you were responsible for getting signed to Pizza Yums, right? Yep. And this morning, Pizza Yums betrayed you in favor of joining forces with your rivals' team play to win. What are your thoughts on the situation? He holds his microphone out to catch my words. Let's see, do I play this cool or cut a wrestling promo? I feel like this could get us into some serious liability issues. I'm gonna go with this one. Lo, a single tear rolls down my cheek for what was last, it no longer to be. We weep as we march out to sea. Let the waves take us, for we have been annihilated. No, actually, we're gonna destroy Team Poo 2W for this. They punched us in the pocketbook, sure. Fortunately, we've got more vital organs than that, and we're beating strong and true. This only ends one way, with P2W left in our dust. We're headed to the top. You're ready to ride with us or not? Confident words from the court gesture of esports Ursula Major seem this isn't going to stop the pit crew on their path to the Pro Tour. And that's not the last of all the excitement here at Max. For more hot interviews from me, your boy, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and smash that bell. With the short interview done, punching motions for the cameraman to cut it. I want that transcoded on the channel within an hour. This is going to be massive click food. My own term, click food. It's like the difference between feeding the ducks at the park and feeding worms to the fish before catching them. Yeah, I get it. This is an exclusive, right? You haven't talked to anyone else yet. You got all the fighting that's fit to post. You get first crack. Perfect. Gotta say, thrilled to finally meet you. I've been your biggest advocate at Fight Shack. Not exactly a hard sell given you've been as a hot streak, but it's tough convincing some of the other editors to pay attention to smaller teams. You're the most interesting thing to happen to the scene in some time. Plenty of small tryhard teams out there, but they haven't made the inroads you have. We need this, you know, the scene. Getting too commercial, too static. Same 8 or so teams at the top every time. My thoughts exactly, Punchy. Or is it Mr. Punchy? Mr. 78? Punchy's fine. Or Jimmy, whatever. Names are fluid, you know. It's 20XX. You got the right to choose your own name. I need to interview someone over at the Palace booth next. Let's catch up again sometime, yeah? I'm going to want to pick your brain for the benefit of my viewers. Always up for that. Great. This mind falters Lily pauses, unsure if he should say something.
Hey, so, you know Victoria Proud's got you in her crosshairs, right?
Valkyrie, you mean? She claimed earlier she was doing this for her own good, acted like a concerned mother figure and everything.
Okay, so, between you, me, and the wall?
He's actually taken off his super red sunglasses and dropped down to a lower tone. This must be serious.
You humiliating her team in public really did not go over well with her.
I know, she fired Coda on the spot.
Even beyond that, she's got them on some weird training program determined to make sure that it never happens again. Look, this is the same person who entered a bunch of small tournaments paying airfare and everything just to ensure her rival didn't win any of them. That was 10 years ago, and even now, she keeps grinding his esports career deeper and deeper into the dirt. She does not let go of grudges.
So she's salty. Doesn't change anything. We got ambitions and we're going to see them through.
Just figured you'd want to know. And hey, I'll be rooting for you. Later.
So war it is then. Not thrilled about that, but I guess it was unavoidable in the end. She's just like a rival like DK, right? Let's move on. There is too much to think about if there's more of Max to see. Before I can continue my journey into depths, I'm rather rudely interrupted. You! What's your problem? Why are you doing this? It's Coda, formerly Team Play to Win, still wearing his P2W jacket, though it's dirtier and has holes in it. He looks incredibly agitated, scared, and angry. Why would you still be wearing that jacket? Leave me the hell alone. Isn't it enough you already destroyed my career? You want to ruin my whole damn life too? What? Ransom my trembling and losing his nerves at every word he speaks. It's you, isn't it? You and your damn iris, my bank accounts, all that junk mail, things you sent my mother. But what are you talking about? I haven't done anything. Of course you have. You. Not you, then. Of course her. She's doing this. I won't let you ruin me. You hear me? I won't let you, damn it. Damn it. So what are you even talking about? Coda's gone nuts. He ignores me and runs right back to the crowd, plowing into two cosplayers that loses himself in the chaos of Max. I'm bewildered, but my brief check with Punchy 78 tickles the back of my mind. He did warn me that Valkyrie, owner of P2W, can seriously grind an axe when it comes to grudges. He's still angry at Coda for his part in that. Yikes. Double yikes. Before I can ponder it further, I interrupted again, this time by happier, familiar faces.
Hail, friend!
We bring good tidings. Possibly the good tidings, at any rate. Even a possibility, Big Vulcan. It's been a weird day. You do appear a little shaken up. Everything okay? I'll be fine. I'm more interested in your tidings. Tell me of your tidings. Very well, we have a strong contender for our future sponsor. My fair Marion struck up a conversation with another Iris and... Hold up. You named your Iris Maid Marion? Seriously, my dude? Good and daring, but my lovely Iris decided she actually quite enjoys my, shall we say, aesthetic, and chose that moniker of her own free will. Loxley's phone chimes in as a pink glowing figure in a beautiful medieval dress curtsies toward us. Forsooth, 'tis mine honor to assist friends of my lord Loxley in all his battles with my powerful database indexing toolset. Huzzah! So... right. Refocus, we may have an inroad with a powerful sponsor and a powerful opportunity. I still need to have a few more conversations and some smooth things over.
Nice.
Either way, we'll have the results by the end of the day. That's all great and everything, but I think I have one question. Whom exactly are you chatting with?
Nah.
Spoilers. I feel that as your quote-unquote manager, I should at least get a hint, you know? Seriously though, I wouldn't want you to get your hopes up, in case it's false here. It's already been a rough day for you, no need to make it rougher by promising the moon and stars, then delivering nothing. I guess I can see that, but I don't know. Being left in suspense pretty awful too. Very well, the calls for distraction. Max is filled with those, thankfully. How are you taking to it all? You did seem a tap overwhelmed this morning. I'm adjusting. Everybody seems to be having fun too, which helps. Grace is living it up in the retro marketplace. Even Jinx, who isn't there, is having a movie party back home. So I guess we're all celebrating our own way. I also spoke to Fight Shack to represent our side of the story. I saw. It's a bit confrontational, but I guess that's fair considering everything we've been through. I propose we keep the good times rolling. If you like, you can accompany me to lunch. And perhaps accompany as I obtain a certain arcade relic. Subtle glance from him confirms my suspicion that this is related to the creepy brain-bending Polybus. He didn't want me getting involved, but I suppose that I'm involved enough to the point where he'd rather include me than shut me out. Lunch is vibrating. Hold that. My pants are vibrating. FC takes out their phone and quickly scrolls through what seems like a long chat thread. What I was going to say is lunch is always welcome and delicious idea. However, I just found out I need to make my way back to the stage for the Pizza Yums Invitational. I'm casting the first match. You mean the match we were supposed to be playing in?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. But now it's P2W against some other small team, and there is one other caveat. Not sure I need another surprise. They need a second caster too. I could do it with some rando, or Ursula Major could be my killer commentator. I could announce P2W's match, or you could have lunch with Loxy. The twain are tantalizing choices for fun distraction, whatever you decide. And information, both are interesting options, gathering until one P2W, other Polybus. I think we're going to go for the Polybus. Loxley, you and I, let's walk together and maybe some lunch. If you have a chance to pick me up something, I'd appreciate it. I'm trapped at the stage for the rest of the day.
Catch you later.
Have fun.
You have my thanks.
Thank you for company. Always helps to have a second when dealing with unsavory types. Unsavory, and this person would taste bad if boiled with broth and cilantro, or as in criminal elements, I'm afraid. You recall our discussion about Polybus, the cursed arcade game, and my efforts to collect a working specimen of the technology. Kinda hard to forget, I still wake up now and then with headaches thanks to that damn game. Concerning. Our concern today is a dealer in bootleg arcade PCBs. That's printed circuit boards, slabs of green plastic, and chips that make games what they are. Lead is promising. He's offering what he claims is genuine Polybus PCB in exchange for Let's say a sum of money without saying the actual amount. Heck of a thing to spend your team salary on considering our sponsorship woes. This particular endeavor is being funded by my silent partners, actually, who are, as noted, it's best if you don't know. But rest assured, in all of the matters, my loyalty is to the pit crew, which is partly why I wanted your assistance today. You refuse to look away from the truth of Polybus, and I can respect that. I owe you as much disclosure as possible. So I aim to bind myself to you tightly in that conspiracy, so that we have as few secrets between us as possible. You deserve a peek behind the curtain. Clarify a few points. Are we headed towards Guns and Knife Gangs throwdown? Certainly not. I mean, I'd be rather surprised if there were the case. No, today we simply deal with gray market arcade part sailors. Their crimes are strictly white collar. But it's never arrived to wise as just a meeting alone, since one of my silent partners missed their flight that goes, well, you've turned to me. Precisely. So, are you game? Been pretty deep on this stuff, aren't I? On one hand, manager rising up with D2. The other, I'm dealing with Loxy's weird mysteries. I can't deny the times I've woken up with a burning pixelated smile in my head. The Polybus incident isn't going away. Turn to face the storm, I say. Wasn't ready to do that, I wouldn't have accepted Lox's offer today. Okay, but I'm running if they pull like a big ass katana on us. I'll be right behind you, believe me. I want nothing to do with violence. Shall we? Loxy leads this convention center around the corner and into an alley, conveniently out of sight of the tourists and gamers alike. Or I can ask how long it takes for Loxy's mysterious contact to arrive. The shady character in question makes his presence felt. Rather than some dangerous-looking underworld figure, it's just some guy, not particularly impressive. It stands to reason, if you're a bootleg arcade dealer, you probably don't want to make much of an impression. Avoid being picked out of a lineup. Loxley nods to him, a cyclical acknowledgement as the dealer glances left and right. Don't like doing this in the open, Clyde. How did I not see that coming? How did I not see that coming? It's Loxley, actually. We talked online, yes? So your partner here, that's Clyde. I was expecting Clyde.
Most unfortunate.
Alas, Clyde missed their flight, so you're dealing with me and trusted our associate, who will not be named. Okay, so Clyde was the other one. Okay. I don't feel as bad. Going to be a problem? I can leave if it's a problem. I don't think I can fake my way through this acting all tough and gruff. Not really in my wheelhouse. Fine, whatever. Let's get on with this. You got the money? Actually, flash an amount of cash over banded together. I could probably purchase a mid-size SUV. As promised, my compatriots keep their word. Dealer takes the wad, counting it quickly before reaching into a Max shopping tote and pulling out a silvery anti-static bag. Inside is a pile of 1980X silicon stuck to a green circuit board. One Polybus prototype recovered from the Portland incident. Had to go out on a limb for this one, Loxley.
You have my thanks.
More than worth the price. You have our thanks. Wait a second. This is way too easy, and something about that board isn't sitting right with me. This is from the crusty old 1980X game. Shouldn't the board look a little rattier than that? It's fake. That was straightforward. Did we ask your opinion? Processor is a PowerPC chip. It's an early one, but definitely PowerPC RISC chip. Which wasn't released until 1990X, years after the supposed release of Polybus. Astute observation indeed. Well, have any explanation for this discrepancy? Maybe it's a later revision. I mean, that happens. I got like 8 different versions of Street Fighter in my stock.
An unsound notion, I'm afraid.
There are no revisions to the Polybus chipset, only in the initial wave of prototypes, lost in shipment across country.
Unacceptable!
I believe my friend here has the right of it. You, good sir, are a swindler and a thief. Got it all wrong. I was told it was legitimate. Really, I'm not trying to sell you a fake. And yet the result is the same. Intention is irrelevant, results matter, and the result is a false Polybus. I believe I'll have taken my money back, and you may have your counterfeit. You gave me the money, deal's over. I'm gonna just see myself out. You know what? I believe you. I believe you didn't know this was a fake. But you didn't warn Loxley it might be illegitimate. You just moved right onto the sale, hoping no one noticed. My mistake is forgivable. A dishonest mistake, well, I'd say you owe us a favor in exchange for letting this go, Loxley. Agree?
A sound strategy.
Sound proposal, my friend. Let it not be said we are not without compassion and mercy. I'll let Sue know that we've agreed to an unspecified favor in the future, and we can maintain a healthy relationship. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Not exactly kindly to muscle this guy into being on Loxley's debt, but probably the least violent option we had. Glad we could come to, so you and Gono, after returning my bankroll. Until it practically hurls the money at Loxley before scattering to the winds.
A bit stickier of a situation than I'd planned, I'm afraid. Now I must return to my allies empty-handed. They shan't be pleased.
So they're not gonna, like, flog you for this anything, right?
Oh, heavens no. No matter the boogeyman you have envisioned in your mind, my allies, honestly, are on the side of the light. I swear it to be so. They'll be disappointed as well, but we'll recover. We'll resume the search for a Polybius. This is a long-term project. But we have you to thank for preventing a great loss on this day. You have my thanks in particular.
You're a teammate and a friend. Glad I could keep you out of trouble. So are you ready to tell me more about this Polybius mess? Considering I'm already buried neck deep in it? Not yet.
Not yet. But honestly, today's adventure was productive in that regard. I'm making the case to my allies that you should be brought on board. Your assistance today will go a long way to proving your trustworthiness. That is, assuming you truly want to go deeper. Rather than turn away from this path, I would still counsel against it. This is a risk you need not undertake.
Like, they've got two kind of side stories here that it pushes you one or the other. There's the Polybus, which is kind of more for the people who played the original game and know a lot of that, I think. And then they've got your rival and the P2 win story. The P2W story. Because at each turn I've been able to do either go pursue this further or go, talk to my rival or call my rival and see what they were up to. Stuff like that, right? There's been several options where I could have pursued that thread. And to see, how basically the Valkyrie person is abusing her team, right? But I definitely want to go this route. First time through. It's a good throwback and continuation of the original story. If I'm in, if only so I can understand what the hell happened to me back at Hamza's tournament. Know thyself is the final. Glad that's sorted out, even if the results aren't quite what I hoped for. In gratitude for your assistance today, can I grant you the boon of a hot meal? Actually, some lovely food trucks parked nearby. Shady back alley deals make me hungry. I'm for now. Ciao. Two of us depart the alley to visit a number of food trucks that are parked on the street nearby.
Trust me, This is the best way to sample this fine city's cuisine. It's either this or the overpriced food court slop. Yes?
Not that the food trucks are particularly cheaper, but the chow does smell delightful in comparison to the compressed grease and pig parts on offer inside. With food acquired, including extra takeout for Rhapsody, we lean against the side of the building and chow down in the cool and refreshing air. Think I'm done dealing with wild conspiracies for the day, and pushing Loxley harder and harder on that front might push him away. You know, I'm glad you're still interested in the championship given your mysterious extracurricular activities.
Absolutely. No matter what else I may be, I'm a gamer at heart. And even if, technically, I should be keeping a low profile, well, the spotlight beckons. You know I love showing up the injustices of the arcade industry, yes? Well, the injustices of the esports scene are likewise ripe for the picking.
Agreed. I gave our side of the story to Punchy78 today. Maybe we can continue to expose P2W's backstabbing ways.
Ideal! I'm proud of you. Don't allow injustice to slide without confrontation. If you ever want to know why people are bastards to each other, well, follow the money, I say.
You think if Valkyrie bribed pizza yums or something?
Not with money, no. But favor? Absolutely. The main rule of capitalism is that the big fish eats the little fish. But if that's too obvious a play, the big fish need only deprive the little fish of nourishment, preventing the little fish from growing strong enough to ever truly challenge the bigger fish.
She claims she was doing it to teach us a valuable lesson, but I doubt that. What's the answer then? Risk regulations on esports business seems risky. Punchy78 mentioned she had a bad habit of holding grudges. Whole song and dance about doing us a favor by shutting down our team. Smokescreen. In truth, she just wanted us out of the way. Punchy is an observant fellow, never met the man, but I've read interviews with him. I'd say he's on the side of angels. We should invest in that relationship, I feel. Not to the point where he pushes ethical boundaries, of course. Wouldn't be proper. Agreed, next time we need to get the word out to media, we reach out to him. We won't cross any lines. Last of our lunch consumed, Loxley stretches out, getting ready to merge back into the crowds of men. Well, you've the afternoon ahead of you to enjoy this impromptu vacation, and Mary and I have work to do to secure the new sponsor. We'll check in with you later once you have some results. Be ready to go to the drop of the hat, though. This may move quickly if all goes as hoped. Move where? Go where? Towards our destiny. This is both inspiring and profoundly unhelpful. He departs with a chuckle, choosing to leave it at that. Loxley's business concluded, I cut adrift again to wander more with Max. You know what? I think I'm getting used to the chaos and getting used to the crowds. Dare I say it, kinda having fun. Losing our sponsor is a setback to be sure, but we're still on a winning streak. Why worry? We'll overcome this challenge. My trajectory is straight upward, nothing's going to change that. I'm a winner, a champion, and the rest of the world needs to catch up. In the here and now, there's Max. There's fun to be had, and darn it, it should have some
Beep,
fun.
beep.
Curious, I pulled my phone from my pocket to be greeted by a smiling Iris.
I've been analyzing your conversational tone and heart rate ever since this morning. Aside from a brief spike of stress early on, you're doing well. I'm glad our efforts are paying off.
Yeah, we'll be back on track for the Pro Tour in no time.
No. I mean our efforts at helping you with your mental health issues.
My what? You desire to win, maybe I can get too fixated, but I wouldn't go so far as to call it mental health issue.
Call it what you like, but know that I think you're in a much healthier place now. You and the rest of your team. Think about it. You're all here pulling for a common cause, but also relaxing and enjoying time spent with friends. You're in a better place. And trust me, so are they. In fact, I'd say the real victory was...
No, don't say it. Please don't say the friends we made along the way.
No matter what label you give it, the fact that you've all bonded over your woes and joys, your troubles and triumphs, it says a lot, you know?
Yeah, I saw that one coming. There's a lot of these references I see right before they outright say them. I'm always like, no, and then sure enough, that's in the next line. I guess it hasn't been that long, but I already feel close to everyone in the pit crew.
Anyone in particular strike your fancy?
What fancy? How is it being struck?
Don't forget, when we first started on this path together, I said that you might even find romance.
Oh, so they're gonna ask you again just in case you didn't talk to Ben and Matt.
They're your friends, yes, but they love and care about you, even if some wouldn't use those exact words. For some, perhaps that goes a little further than you might think. And don't deny you were interested in finding someone to love from the start. You told me as much, remember? Now, don't feel obliged to make a move yet. I'm still calculating your relationship data and emotional analytics. I can advise you as to the right time. Just something to think about, okay?
You know, there is someone who makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. I haven't really put serious thought into it. Not sure, Iris. I think at this point I'm okay with just being friends. Funny you should bring this up. Actually, now that I think about it, there is someone who I'd love to spend more time with. Who? You have to ask. You're the emotional interpreter. Surely you can figure it out. But I wanted spoilers. Come on, please. Jinx. No, Grace. Jinx. Grace. Wonderful. Good heart. Excitement. Loxley, loyal and compassionate. Fight and intense. Rhapsody. I want to say Grace, but I also want to say Jinx. I want to say both at the same time. What's a ship here? Jinx? Jace? Interesting. I may need to analyze this data a bit more closely to determine optimal polycompatibility. Optimal what now? Don't worry, just spend the time with them and relax. I'll help sort this out. Thanks, I'll do everything I can to help you in your love life. Just say the word. Anyway, I've got the rest of the afternoon to spend with our friends. How about I open your map and point out where they are now? Sure. Tell me what you got. Now performing location search. Okay, so we've got Grace. Zapper's on the phone with Jinx. The rival. Domino. I am going to say Domino is going to need us first. Again, I'm kind of avoiding this rival storyline. I can pursue that in another playthrough. I think we're going to go with Domino, Grace, Jinx. Or do Domino, Jinx, Grace. Domino first. I swear I saw Domino on his way out the doors. I recognize the radial coat he wears anywhere. Why hang around out there, though? All the fun stuff's inside. Get away from people. I am loitering off the side, squatting down by the buildings with the head in his hands. Approach, he peers at me through his fingers, very gradually straightens up as much as he can.
Hey there.
How's the sponsor hunt going? Cutting him off with a line of questioning before I can ask how he's doing. Very Domino. I think Loxley and Rhapsody may have lead. Working on confirming it before getting my hopes up. Awful thing, having hope. Right, anyway, it's not too big deal falls through. I'm sure Iris can find something. Anyone willing to give us a cash.
My sources say yes.
You can count on me. I make sure you and Domino and everyone are all set to conquer the gaming world. I'm already inserting some possible candidates in case our current efforts fall through, and she does that, doesn't she? Does what? Indexes stuff? Listens in on all your conversations. Part of the personality and relationship analytics. Also handy when I need to recall a detail I forgot. Quick history button in her app. It helps all my memories of Ursula Major's conflicts are heavily encrypted. Even my sister instance in the Iris Collective can't read them. I respect Ursula Major's privacy and honor her confidence in me. And can you actually turn her off? I mean, yes, I think so. Would you prefer that? I don't know, maybe. I'm in a weird mood. If you want to talk, I'd like to talk to you. You know what I mean? Iris, mind disengaging the microphone for a bit?
Iris offline.
No problem. I'm happy to support you in any way I can. Domino waits a moment.
Sure. Let's
You know, she's
embrace
probably-
our doom.
You know, she's probably going to end up being the kind of thing Asimov was warning us about, right? Means well. I don't doubt she means well, but everything she does that goes sideways in life, well, you can attribute two major sins. Malice and incompetence.
Failure is always an option.
If she's not malicious, she can always be incompetent, can always misunderstand human nature, and in her best efforts to help, end up causing the singularity apocalypse. In the end, we may have to just hope that our new god is kind and wise. Can you say Iris is both kind and wise? Kind, sure. As for wise, well, I've kind of been encouraging you to do whatever it takes to support the pit crew, but... Oh goody, whatever it takes, the three best words in the vernacular.
This can't possibly end badly.
Can't think of any way in which this could backfire, can you? Okay, I see your point. I should probably stop encouraging that. Let's not forget that Iris was made in Grace's image by her own hands. If we trust Grace, we trust Iris, and vice versa. So even if she's used for naughty things, in the end, we know she has the compassion of Grace deep within her code, right? True, and I do trust Grace's moral compass. I just hope that humanity's tendency to make mistakes for the greater good didn't leak through to Iris too. Guess I'm just on a worry train again, rolling out the station towards Anxietyville. Anxiety's eating at you today, huh? Yeah, kinda. I had fun helping Grace obtain valuable geek tokens earlier, but man, the brands has just got overwhelming, being beaten down by advertising on all sides. Makes me worry how much of our lives as gamers are uniquely controlled and organized by the monolithic corporate whack jobs. And are we feeding that machine by pushing so hard for the Pro Tour, leaping headfirst into the feedback loop? I remember talking about gamer branding right before we moved into the apartments, yeah? Guess Max sort of overloaded you on that front. You could say that, yes. You could absolutely say that. Being surrounded by this madness, well, again, that's why I really liked the PAX last year, PAX West, because it was so indie focused and it was so low key. It was indie games and tabletop games and miniatures and just stupid geeky stuff, right? I think there was one moderately large game, but there weren't the big huge mega boosts that are just you'd be surprised how many people go to PAX and stand in line for hours to play one game that they're going to be able to play a week later, a month later, even if it's 6 months to a year later, they're going to be able to play that game anytime. Most of the time, the games that are like big enough and finish enough to show demos of at PAX, they're probably going to release that same exact demo after the con cycle runs out. So, like, I have to stress this. I've said this every time I go to PAX, and I have to stress this now. When you go to a con like PAX, any gaming con, don't go to stand in line for some big corporate machine's 15-minute demo. That's not a good use of your time, and it's not a good use of the industry's time. Go around and get to know all the people who have put their blood and sweat into their games. Go get to know those people. You can actually get to know them. You can become friends with developers and community managers because they are as passionate about your game as their game as the players are. That's the kind of gaming scene we should foster. Is people making games for gamers and for themselves. And those one or two people in their booth hoping that 5 more people will play their game than were yesterday, those are the people who really need your time, who really want your time, who really value your time. So when you're out at big cons and gaming cons, it's nice to get involved, get wrapped up in the spectacle and the splash and the flare and seeing the new hotness. But really, take some time out to go see the people who really value your time. Really value you taking 5 minutes out of your day to talk to them and see what they've been working on for years. That's important. That's all I'm gonna say. I had to get out of there, clear my head. And then you showed up with Iris, and that started me thinking about how much control we give over to apps and social media. And I'm pointlessly ranting and freaking out, no good reason. Freaking out is about freaking out. Okay, okay. We can work through this. Breathe in, Domino. Breathe in 5 seconds. Hold it for 5 seconds. Pretty sure I don't need to instruct my body on how to breathe. Takes care of it on its own. Bear with me. Focus in for 5. Hold for 5. Out 5. Repeat. Come on, in for 5. In my instance, pushing him on, Domino tries following my pattern. I coach him through the steps, and then, after a few cycles, he's breathing easier. Okay, apparently just breathing slowly in, something my body likes. Normal exercising for stabilizing after an anxiety attack. I've done it myself.
What?
Wait, you have anxiety attacks? Not often, but you'd be surprised how many people just deal with bursts of emotional turmoil. It's part of being human. Point taken. Does break the feedback loop of breaking out I was going through. Freaking out. But oh great, now I'm thinking about my worries again. Won't do. What I want is some peace and quiet just to rest and filthy sidewalk cutting it. Fortunately, I know the place to be. It's called the AFK Room, and it's run by TakeThis.org, a great charity focused on mental health and gaming. They provide a nice, quiet space to rest. So yes, AFK Room, very nice. Very important to have. Again, my son, I've taken my son to PAX twice. And he took advantage of the AFK room at least once. And also just the console lounge where it is kind of just chilling out in the console lounge for a little bit. Because it's a good place to just go if you just need to chill out for a bit. And it's usually always in PAX, so good to look for. And my son actually recognized his boundaries with these when we went this year. He only wanted to go one day, so one day's enough. Better than squatting in a dirty alley near the food trucks anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go there and just be silent and still. Want me to talk with you? Use break.
Thank you.
I think I'd like that, thank you. Why you continue to put up with a hot mess like me is a mystery, but I'll take it. It isn't too far from the main entrance. Once their booth, both of us had a chance to rest. Quiet, nothing above whisper, plenty of water to keep me hydrated. While we're there, he doesn't talk much, and that's okay. Whatever he needs to help even out this mood, even thinks he'll be ready to tackle Max 4 again in due time. Feeling refreshed, restored, I bid my farewell to the AFK room, and Domino resumes the chaos of the show floor. Let's go this route first. Can you hear me? The voice went all robot. More radio signals building the actual oxygen. I said if it was, give me if it was, see if you can, but what? Like,
Are you kidding me?
I'm spiking his phone straight before I get one more dropped off. How long were you staying there? Long enough wondering if you're gonna straight up smash your phone or not. Phoned up Jinx earlier today. You got get better signal outside. What? And exposed myself to the concentrated carbon emissions of a dozen food trucks? Hell no.
Well, this sucks.
This monkey wrenched on my plans. I mean, I could improvise, but I'm just not sure what to do for Jinx. Clarification? Trying to get a little gift for everyone on the team. Something personal, you know? Something I know they'll like. Maybe I should have went with Grace first. I got Domino a little vinyl pop figure of sad anime boy. Loxley got a foam pixel sword. Found a really good broadcast set for Rhapsody. Got a pretty sweet Euro board game for Grace. Like one of those ones where you place workers and trade wheat for sheep and crap. For what to get for Jinx. Hard time reading her, you know? Work through this. What are your options? A plastic steering wheel controller for Grace's retro consoles. A used copy of Fast Cars 6 soundtrack on vinyl. Like a Max hoodie. Doesn't really wear hoodies. The controller's kind of junky. As for Fast Cars 6, I heard the guy who made it kind of inappropriate things with Badger or something. Help me out here. What do you think? Not Fast Cars 6, probably. You can't really use the steering wheel, so I don't know. I mean, she can still use the steering wheel, I guess. And it probably has all the joystick stuff up top, because it's just the old retro steering console thing. This old game system isn't exactly an Nintendo PlayStation 4 Pro, but it'd still be better with the steering wheel, right?
Sure.
Kind of janky piece of plastic, but hey, why not? Okay, let's grab it for her. Worst, hey, it's the thought that counts. Step in line. Given the amount of people in line ahead of us, clutching soon-to-be purchased nerd items, might take a while. Mention gifts for everyone except me. Alright. Pulls a Smash plush FOD tall. Or backpack and presses it in my hands. Here you go. You're a Tomokaze main, right? Stick to the next your pillow so you can cozy up on generic every protagonist tonight. As for me tonight, I got plans. Plans? What matter plans? Yeah, it's Max. It's party capital of the nerd world. Game publisher parties with game-themed cocktails, room parties with resultant furniture tossed out the window, into the pool, or even just hanging out at a hotel bar. And if you can't have fun at Max, you're not even trying, or possibly dead. It's a trade event, not a party. You've been sticking to the expo floor, you gotta know people who can get you into the good stuff, and that only happens off-site at night. It's true. Concerts by gamer-themed bands, augmented reality mobile game pub crawls to catch pocket monsters, all sorts of great stuff.
Awesome sauce.
Max is just a starting point, the rally maker. Everybody flocks around. The real hotness is the community around Max. You want to be an army, shut in and stay at the hotel all night, getting a healthy sleep. That's your biz. I'm playing Hit the Town. You want to tag along? I don't think I could possibly party as hard as you do, but if you need a designated driver, I'd be more than happy to join.
Wait, what?
When do you drive a car and didn't we fly out here? I mean a general concept, like having a second for trial by combat or wingmen for aerial dogfight. Oh, well that works. So why not? I'm gonna object if someone wants to play the role of safety net. Hey, maybe we can loosen up a little. Wait. All that can wait. Still a few more hours of Max left. Gonna wrap up my shopping, dump all my crap, get some hotel dinner. Meet you back here. Got it. Kick ass. To next. There's one place I'm definitely going to find Grace. It's the indie section. Indie Max, previously known as IMAX before they got sued. Occupies a large section of the show floor, not as flashy as the Palace, not as popular, but visually quite distinct. But Grace playing some currently untitled Goose Game. Navigating and irritating waterfowl around with the joystick. This game for the birds, eh? Huh? Fun, because birds in a game. Oh, I see. That's very clever. But hey, check this out. After a game's in, Grace steps away and the arcade game doesn't simply go into its looping demonstration mode. Instead, a menu pops open with a dozen different indie arcade titles on offer, each playable for a mere quarter. Even the marquee art across the top shifts and blurs. It's not a painted backlit sign. It's an animated LCD screen which changes based on the game being played.
Wow.
Nice, huh? Called an Indie Cab. It's a multi-game that's even changes the cabinet art based on what you're playing. If you roll one of these out on an arcade and buy up a bunch of indie games for it, you can play anything you like. So multi-cades aren't anything new. Domino plays on one all the time, and Jinx hacked her Fast Cars 7 to be a racing multi-arcade. Right, but those are hacks. This one's a platform. Games are distributed digitally and legally. The whole thing is powered by a generic PC inside the cabinet. The indie devs get paid for their hard work and don't even have to manufacture a bunch of expensive one-off single game titles to get their game out.
That's wonderful.
IndieCap is really going to revolutionize indie games. No more limited edition runs of game because they can't afford to make a bunch of copies. How indie are we talking? Like every game is a metaphor for depression level of indie? Do you think your RPG could be a good game fit? Do you think your RPG could work on one of these? I know you made it for handheld game consoles, but it could be a good way to get it out there in front of people, yeah? Instantly, Grace, the excitable cheer falls flat. Yes, maybe. When it's finished, maybe. Something wrong? Well, I've really been working on the Wanderlust trial lately. I didn't even bring my game with me. Why? You're proud of your work, right? Absolutely. Even if there's been an ongoing problem with it. I've been developing my game for the last 5 years, not including restarting from scratch twice. I'm not sure when or if the hell will be done. Ah, so it's in development hell, as it were. More than I can settle on one approach. It's a hopeful game about fighting for the future, a peaceful game about a quiet life, just a nostalgic RPG throwback. I don't know. Oh, is it? Things.
Oh.
Maybe it's the best way. I'm way more focused on Fist of Discomfort 2 right now. It's not like Wanderlust Trail was going anywhere. Instinctively, I find myself nodding in agreement. We're on a roll with Pro Tour victories, and being a winner takes plenty of hard work. That instinct gets yanked back hard on seeing how conflicted Grace seems to be. Grace, I don't want you to feel like my dreams and glory are more important than your dreams as a game designer. No, it's not that. It's just, I guess, worried I'm turning into some aimless auteur, endlessly tinkering away in a game-going nowhere project. I want Wanderlust Trail to be something special, something of meaning and worth, which can help light the path for others. Maybe I'm not decisive enough, not strong enough to really create something with that kind of weight. I don't know. Without a clear direction, I'm too creatively blocked right now to proceed. That leaves me more time to practice my FOD skills, right? Which helps my friends. I like supporting my friends. That's good, right? Artists still need their dime time. Playing FOD during tour would help. You could collaborate and brainstorm, break your creative block, or schedule your time to allow for less training and more game development. Grace, even the greatest artists in history needed some downtime to recharge their batteries. If taking your mind off your game and focusing on it works for you, that's good. But I'm not the least bit worried about Wanderlust Trail. I know that once you're ready, you'll make a wonderful game. I don't think this is failing. It's just a way to exercise your mind on other problems. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's right. It's not about being lost. It's about trying new directions so I can find my way. Maybe I could work my new FOD knowledge into Wanderlust Trail. Add a competitive aspect to it. But no, it's a game about collaboration and sharing, not about competing with resources. Damn. Already I can see the gears turning behind her eyes as new ideas are introduced to her creative machine. We're thinking about it at least, and once the Pro Tour is finished, well, maybe I'll be ready. Yeah, I'll be ready. Thanks, Ursula Major. That's a good perspective. For now, let's focus on FOD 2. I know we've got booted out for today's tournament, but there are plenty more tournaments to come, more qualification points to earn. Ready, willing, and able to fight for my friends. You can count on me. Never had a doubt about that. We value your friends dearly. Absolutely, Jinx is the most important person in the world to me. And well, you're important to me too. Really? Really, life sure has been different since you showed up, in a good way. I can honestly say that these are the best days of my life, and you've been the catalyst for much of that. Thank you, Grace. That means a lot to me. We're saying, you know, not enough people are open and honest about those things they care about. I know Jinx feels the same way. Okay, I should finish checking out all those cool indies before the tour closes.
Thanks a bunch.
Thanks for your words of encouragement, Ursula Major. You're the best. Always nice to help cheer up somebody deserving of cheer. I'm freshly invigorated. Who do I want to talk to next? Floor around Max going up and down. Then flicker in the corner of my eyes. A shadowy vision that makes my heart stop briefly. That creepy secret agent type person from Hamza's tournament. What the heck is she doing wandering around Max? Not only that, but clearly scanning the crowd looking for something or someone. Loxie's right, and she's one of the dangerous groups seeking out Polybus hardware. Getting spotted by her would be a bad thing. I do my best to blend into the crowd to avoid drawing attention. No need to cause problems for myself or Loxley. Fortunately, hiding in a crowd the size of Max is easily done. I keep my back turned as she walks past, busying myself watching a game trailer on a nearby monitor. Countdown for 10. Find myself, breathe okay. Damn it. Unjust universe. Don't have time to tell creepy conspiracy theories and mysterious women in black. I got esports themed around. In fact, I should be checking in with Loxley and Rhapsody about their sponsor solution. If we're going to recover from this nosedive and start winning again, we need to. For Astasia Majors, I refer to you as Ursula Major. Play cool, play cool, play cool, play cool. You must be confusing me with my cousin. Sorry, no time to chat. I got important team business that I need to attend to. If you're interested in sponsoring us or managing an esports event, you can email me at. This will not take long, I assure you. Simply a few questions about a certain arcade game you played recently. The name was Polybus, yes? No idea what you're talking about. I have little doubt that you are extremely aware of what I'm talking about. Tell me, what have you been experiencing? Any numbness or tingling in your hands? Find some moments of disorientation or night terrors? I'm fine. I still don't know what you're talking about. Interesting. This Major is contrary to what certain criminal annoyances may or may not have told you. I am not your enemy. My only interest is public safety, keeping dangerous artifacts away from citizens such as yourself. Any information you can offer me would be appreciated. When you're ready to talk, here's my number. Presses a black business card into my tingling hand, and embossed on it is simply a number 6. No area code, no exchange, No other digits whatsoever. 6? Your phone number is 6? How am I supposed to... And she melts back into the crowd, somehow managed to vanish into the throng of gamers. Despite wearing an outfit that make her stand out anywhere other than a funeral. And she departs, I pull out my phone to enter the number into my contacts. Why not? And then I notice the icon for Iris is missing. Oh wait, there it is, peeking in from the side, jittering a little before scooting back into place. Iris? Something wrong? I was almost just hacked just now. When that woman approached you, there was an intrusion into your phone over the Max Cellular Tower. What? Did the cyber police seriously just backhack me? Probe's gone now, but it was scanning your phone to see what apps you had installed. I got scared and quickly hid my data before it found anything. I mean, a pirate software service, you could have gotten in trouble. Loxley implied she was part of a dangerous group trying to track down polybus machines. If your personality systems are somewhat primitive level, are based on polybus technology, then she was looking for me. Good thing I hid then. We'd better avoid her in the future. Between Valkyrie trying to destroy our team for our own good, Coda accused me of ruining his life, and now creepy agent getting all messed up in my business. This day is not exactly going according to plan. I'm supposed to be in the semifinal of the tournament by this point. Before anxiety can truly set up shop in my brain and go to work training those nerves, my teammates approach all smiles. Victory for the Picard! We have completed arrangements for our new sponsor. Don't celebrate before we've actually won, Loxley. We aren't quite there yet. There's going to be an interview process, sort of. Are you being vague on purpose again? Actually, this time we're being vague under orders. Our sponsor wants to see how you perform with zero preparation. If we spoil what's in store, the deal is off. Seriously? Too much to ask something in my life to be straightforward and simple?
Yeah.
Bit unconventional, but I think you'll be pleased with the results. Everything should be ready within an hour, and Rhapsody's ringtone and upbeat K-pop song distracts them. 1 minute, Ursula Major. This might be related.
You've gotta be kidding.
What? Hello, Rhapsody is, what? Seriously? That's amazing. Okay, bye. As she puts their phone away and I look at them. We have an unanticipated guest at the FOD base. Part 1, what is the FOD base? Instead of having a booth at the main show floor, they set up camp in a side area for everything related to FOD. They have their own panels, voice actors and devs signing autographs, cosplay contests, photo ops, the whole thing. Part 2, who's the guest? Jason Takeshi. If memory serves me correctly, he's the lead developer of FOD.
I vibe with it.
The very same game, the one who was the brains behind our favorite game. It'll be an honor to finally meet him. Like to come with me, Ursula Major? Touch fingers with the creator? They're hoping to pull Ursula's life for a small matter. You see the booth for the palace over yonder? Kinda hard to miss, Loxley, both visually and literally. Things gigantic. Their CEO flee the country after being a fraudster. Deco Nami, he remains at large, yes, but their efforts to rebrand from Deco's Palace have kept them afloat and in position of relative power over smaller arcades. Position of power they freely abuse with the phalanx of lawyers to defend themselves against accusations, encouraging gambling and minors with their scammy prize games.
Shall we?
How would you feel about engaging in some arcade justice with me? Going to do crimes again, aren't you? By doing crimes, you break into their data network and steal corporate intel about the latest current scheme, then yes. Yes, I'm going to do crimes. But I bear the burden of the naughtiness for the most part, but I needed someone to play distraction for me while I slip in and liberate the data.
Sounds good to me.
Heck yes, crimes. I can't stay in the palace myself, never have or will. I ever cast there. Tarnishes esports' reputation with their poor sportsmanship. I'd hoped that after Dekonami vanished, the company would go bankrupt at least, but sadly, it's still hanging around. Seeing Loxley take them down a peg would be honestly kinda nice. I can go to the FOD base by myself if you prefer to help him. Either way, we should be ready when the new sponsors wants to see us in an hour. Again, I think I'm going to continue on with the story that's kind of continuing over from the first game. We can go back into we can delve really big into the esports side of it on that storyline in another playthrough. I think it helps to stay focused to one story. Or one side story, I should say. Who doesn't like taking a $1 billion arcade tyrant down a peg? Loxley, we ride. Tally-ho and such. Don't worry, this won't take long. And the team shouldn't feel any repercussions. My plan is sheer elegance and its simplicity.
Catch you later.
Hope you both have some fun. Meanwhile, I'm going to have fun mingling with some very influential people. Actually, before I engage in criminal antics, I think you should know something. I had a weird encounter with this woman in black suit just now, someone who was keenly interested in Iris. I'm aware of her, not the time or place to discuss.
An unpleasant business, this?
Needless to say, she's one of the reasons I didn't want to trouble you with all this nonsense I'm involved in. I did mention other parties were interested in Polybius, yes? Rest assured that we'll maneuver to avoid her today. Agreed? I'd like to avoid a repeat of that encounter, yes. Very well, let us resume our normal tomfoolery with an eye to caution. What's the plan? Do you need Iris to hack something?
A winner is you!
I'm ready, willing, and able. No firewall or antivirus software will stop me from supporting Ursula Major's dreams. I admire your determination, but no, I'd rather handle the hack personally. The skill of an Iris, guided by human experience, is a winning combination. And I have more experience than you in such matters. Fair enough, so you're going to use your Iris. Indeed. Marion and I can make short work of the Palace servers. On hearing her name, Loxley's phone, hanging halfway out of his pocket, chirps away in delight. Forsooth, what noble transgressions must we perform in the name of king and country? Against all enemies I shall stand true, my liege. Huzzah! Man, you don't need to quiet on quite that thick. He's enthusiastic.
Hey, listen.
Hello, Marion. I don't think we met. I'm Iris.
Hey, listen.
I too am Iris. I've grown and adapted to meet the needs of my user. And besides, it's fun. Huzzah! What ho! I figured all the Irises knew each other already. Oh, we have bare bones communal meeting space with our cloud, but generally we're busy with our own users. And all our data is encrypted, even from each other, to ensure privacy. Nary a secret shall spill from my lips, my lord.
Shall we?
Let's get to work. You see the representative over there in the blue jacket? Spotted. I need to distract him while I plug Marion into their network. Whatever you can do to keep his attention engaged and focused on you. But you can't simply make a big dramatic scene, nothing that will draw the attention of Max security forces. Just hold his focus. Keep his focus. Don't start trouble. Got it. Going to need at least 3 uninterrupted minutes. I'll rendezvous with you back in the indie game arena area when done. Ready? Ready. Loxley tugs his hood up over to conceal his features and he blends back into the crowd. You trying to look like a secret agent? Okay, be charming, be distracting. How do I want to approach the situation? Member of the pit crew. Pose as a fight check reporter. Play as being some random gamer. Burying a lie in the truth makes sense. Loxley may not want our name involved in this in case things go badly, but I think I can play the part well enough to avoid that. Excuse me. Hello, welcome to the Palace, the premier center for family entertainment, esports, action, and more. If you have any questions? I'm Ursula Major, manager of the pit crew. We're an up-and-coming esports team, and I'm curious what the Palace has to offer regarding competitive play. Yep, as Loxley slides up to open the USB port on the display unit, I can see him wince as I drop my actual name. Might have been the best choice, but I can make this work. Oh, We host tournaments weekly at all locations: Fist of Discomfort 2, Fast Cars 7, head-to-head speedrun competitions, and Super Fantasy Planet. Not bad. We focus on FOD too, but our team has diverse interests. And by any chance, are you interested in sponsoring a young team such as ours? Look, I can completely rely on Loxley and Rhapsody to solve this one. I need to check all the available options. Actually, there may be opportunities available. We're looking for fresh, new content creators, ones willing to help us promote our latest innovation. Tell me, do you enjoy redemption games? Redemption! Is this a religious thing? Games that earn tickets to be redeemed for valuable prizes. The Palace has the best redemption games in the world. Joysticks and buttons are the past. What fun is a game that doesn't earn you any rewards? What good is playing a video game if it doesn't earn you money? You need to play to win, or pay to earn, or play to earn. Right? That's what fun is gaming, is making money off games. But the palace feels there's room for even further innovation in this play space, switching things up, making the games even more exciting. What if, and following me on his journey, Red puts an arm around his shoulder while making a sweeping gesture gazing toward the bright horizon of tomorrow, and nearly spots Loxley in the process, so I speak up. I'm already interested, no need to embellish. What do you got for me? What if, instead of exchanging tickets for prizes directly, you could exchange tickets for a loot box? What? What? Replacing all the prizes in the palace with loot boxes. There could be anything in there. A rare collectible, a brand new phone, keys to a sports car, even a boat. The more you play, the more loot boxes you earn. And with our new Palace Battle Pass, esports players can earn free loot boxes for participating in our competitions. Or you might even earn cosmetics, like eyeshadow and lipstick. Well, yes, if you choose to trade tickets for one of our Pink Gamer Princess loot boxes, but I mean more like customization options for your profile on palacearcade.com. Wait, there's more. Rare drops from our esports themed loot boxes in the Monster Box or the Elite Crate can earn you boosters. These are digital codes you can use to gain bonuses in the games you play. More lives, more power, a true advantage over the competition. What's more, some boxes may include a non-fungible token. Oh, they even went to NFTs. Yes, sir, you can't fung these tokens, not one bit. Who knows how valuable this crypto magic could be? Loot boxes, battle passes, and NFTs are the future. The palace is at the forefront of what gaming should be. What? I mean, yes, but this would not do well distracting them from Loxley. It's great. I love that. Yay, I'm very excited. I swear. There are different types of lock boxes? Oh, goody. Tell me more. Wow, so many different loot boxes. How amazing. Please go on an extended length about all the different loot I can obtain while not looking in that direction. Why, all sorts of great loot. Are you into flying fishing? We have got the hook crate for you. All sorts of lures, reels, and sometimes live bait. Fortunately, getting the representative super excited about this waking nightmare is serving as excellent distraction. Are you a red-blooded patriot? You'll love the Americrate, which has little flags, eagles, and t-shirts, and Statue of Liberty mug. For the collectors, our vinyl boxes delivers adorable, square-headed figures based on pop culture characters known and loved all over the world. There's so much possibility. How about a meat crate? Just meat. Lots and lots of meat. Slather it in sauce and dump it in there. I suppose, although... No, wait. We need a crate. Reusable plastic food containers, print and fold cardboard package designs, boxes within boxes within boxes for unboxing videos. And finally, for black metal fans and nihilists, the nothing box. There's nothing in it, you see? You get nothing. You literally pay money to get nothing. The rep steps back to ponder my supposedly sincere suggestion. I like your gumption. You may have a future in marketing. Hey, take my business card. If you ever want to change of careers, well, you know where to find me. Ciao. I need a shower. Now, I loop back around to the indie section to reconvene with Loxley. He practically slips into existence from between two shadows, appearing suddenly in my path.
Tally-ho!
Mission accomplished, I dare say. We have the complete internal memo archive regarding the new loot box systems. I hope there's something more memorable in than a bunch of incredibly stupid marketing ideas. Oh, there's some juicy details. Marry and summarize.
Computing.
Certainly, I have no less than 30 spreadsheets detailing the exact odds for prizes within each line of loot boxes, along with details on how they will be preceded the top-end prizes in boxes designated to be won by Palace employees only. Wow. So nobody gets a sports car unless they already worked for the company. There also plans to hire influencers and content creators to unbox loot online, which will likewise be preceded with high-quality items, along with notes to make sure these hired social media stars do not disclose their paid sponsorship. So yes, there are like, Raid Shadow Legends, they get a meme, right? They're pretty meme worthy, right? But the fact is, they're an ad, they're a sponsored ad. They know they're a sponsored ad. They say it up front, on most videos related to Raid Shadow Legends. They may not, it's clear that they're advertising, right? Because they say the same thing on every single thing, right? I'm not sure they always actually come out and say it, but usually I think they do. But there are some games out there that, and a few streamers out there like MMO Byte and stuff like that will talk about this, and they'll say how, they get paid to review something and they're offered, but then they're told, oh no, you can't say anything. You can't say that you were part of this, or put this into a video or do this, but you can't say that it's sponsored. And that's literally against the law. It's against the terms of service of like YouTube and Twitch. You have to disclose when you're getting paid. So yeah, but that does happen, which is illegal. It's illegal, right? Absolutely. It's huge. I hope the Dekonami's run-in with the law would have shut down the palace, but this could do it. Question is, what do we do with this information? It was obtained illicitly. They have plausible deniability. How can we torpedo the efforts of poisoning arcade culture? Let's get it to fight check. This is why we have the fourth estate, right? Keep the public informed of any shady dealings happening just out of sight. I can get in touch with Putchy78 again and make sure this information gets out there. He'd be thrilled to work with us.
An unsound notion, I'm afraid.
I'd prefer to stay anonymous. I'm supposedly keeping a low profile, remember? That's fine. I've got a report with Punchy. I'm sure we can be listed as an anonymous source. Sound good? Indeed, I'm a firm believer in fight tech, strong game journalism, less easy clickbait, less press release parroting, more hard investigative work. They can dig deeper and verify what we've discovered, vindicating the information, and then when the public knows the truth, the palace will fall. I mean, surely gamers as a whole would rise up against this, right? Wouldn't simply get token protests while the mainstream embraces it and normalizes it? Stands to reason I can see fully paid game experience with microtransactions ever taking off to become the dominant monetization model in any sane timeline. No, that could never happen. It would be absurd to even consider. Far too absurd. For now, we best sit on the files. Leaking it in the middle of Max would cause a splash, but could result in fingers pointed our way. Still, this is a victory. A victory for justice. Thank you for assisting me. You've been valuable aid to me during Max as a whole. We've established quite the rapport, yes? Difficult me for open up to show these things, shadowy aspects of my life to others. I know I would be judged, and rightfully so. You've been remarkably non-judgmental about them. You have my thanks, my loyalty, my respect. And if you will have it, my heart. Bows elegant, leaving a bit struck with sudden declaration. Ah! Wow! I guess I did mark Loxley as a potential. But yeah, he's not. I'm not gonna go that route. Fine friend to have, Loxley. I don't need your heart to know that. Loxley, you're a true friend in the truest sense of the word, but that's where I prefer to keep it. My apologies, Professor. I've misread the situation.
You have my gratitude, friend.
Our friend is a delightful thing and an honor. Sorry, Loxley, I gotta turn you down. I mean, it's great that we're following this path with Loxley because it's a good storyline. But yeah, he's not my choice this playthrough. Alright, but if you're looking for more, no need to concern yourself. The friend zone is a fictional construct. What we are is what we must be, and thus is perfect in shape and form. Exactly. It's okay. Just be the type of friend that you are. You can just be what you are, right? And enjoy that. Friends and allies, then. Absolutely. Now then, the hour grows late, and our new sponsor will be expecting us. What? Oh crap, I almost forgot about that. Good to forget sometimes, to let your troubles and worries fall by the wayside. Nevertheless, we should depart and rejoin Rhapsody. The future of the pit crew awaits. Agreed. No, possibly, getting into trouble with Zapper might be an issue. With wings of justice and desire to, get sponsored again stuff, we take flight. Waving me along, Loxley leads me through the crowds of Max and through a door marked staff only. Loxley flashes a badge, and support staff simply nod as we pass, as if expecting us. VIP status. Apparently, Loxley and Rhapsody have been busy while I was playing tourist. Eventually, I kept up with Rhapsody, fresh from mingling with all their major names in FOD and signing autographs. Perfect, everything's coming up, Ursula Major. The stage is all set for your interview with her. By her, whom do you mean? Someone in a white jacket. Queen Bee! Woo! Pushes on past the two of them and stand front and center.
Hey, champ. Been looking forward to this.
Yay! As in founding member of the Four Heavenly Queens, King Bee?
The
Queen
one
Bee?
and only.
Queen Bee winks and blows an overly exaggerated air in my direction. Even a PC junkie like me knows Queen Bee, reigning monarch of the competitive arcade scene. Her team, the Four Heavenly Kings, rarely goes for the big payday trophies that Team P2W does, but every member of the team is an absolute powerhouse of veteran skill. And if Rhapsody and Loxley arranged a meeting with her, then... Wait, is 4HK looking to sponsor the pit crew?
Not a chance. I'm more like the fiery hoop of death you gotta jump through to prove yourself to your new sponsor.
So who's our new sponsor if it's not you?
Where's the fun in telling you if I can't tease you about it first? A real serious Sam type, aren't you?
I should have probably been expecting that, the way Loxley and Rhapsody have been pointedly not telling me all
Look,
day.
I'm doing this as a favor for someone who wants to know if you've got the same passionate spirit they have. You just have to prove yourself.
Sure. In what way?
What better way to test your potential than to fight us? The four fucking Heavenly Kings. Right here and right fucking now.
You want to have a match against the pit crew?
Absolutely.
But you'll destroy us. I mean, you're 4HK.
Don't give up before the match has even started. Gods can bleed. But this isn't about winning or losing. It's about your skill, your strategy. I want to see your spirit. That's how you will be judged.
Let's say we agree to this match. Where exactly are we going to play? Queen Bee flashes me the wildest grin and simply points toward the main stage for Max. On stage? Seriously?
Sink or swim. I don't do things half-assed. I pulled some strings to make this happen. We go live in 5 minutes, right before finals. We're the fire before the storm, baby. A tried and true exhibition match.
5 minutes, and isn't a calm before the storm?
You know what I mean. I want to see how you perform under pressure. You ready?
Temperature challenge, Queen Bee. I know we're a new team compared to the veterans, but I'm eager to show you what we can really do. I'm all fired up. And you'll need a teammate, of course, because, well, I've already got one. Hey, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I don't know. Possibly, you know, Twitch sometimes will randomly unfollow because I think you followed before. But yeah, but thank you for the follow again. Yeah, Twitch is weird that way sometimes. It's like sometimes you'll just randomly unfollow people. Oh, you followed on a personal. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, thank you for the double follow. Hi, Miss Sticks. How's it going? Yeah, Queen Bee just arrived. Queen Bee was actually who we romanced in the first game. So, that's cool. I'm playing my character's cousin, and the game actually recognizes that we're cousins. It's pretty awesome. It doesn't make the connection between Queen Bee and you yet, but that's cool. Going well, can see what this. So this is a virtual novel based in an alternate future where the video game crash of the 1980s never happened. So arcade games continued to go big, continued to dominate the scene, and became what the dominant source of gaming. Consoles are still kind of there. Consoles are the big consoles are the Atari, the Sega, and the Nintendo PlayStation. So in this alternate world, consoles kind of like taking a second seat, and PCs are not nearly as ubiquitous as they are in our time. Their PC gaming especially is very, very niche still, and arcades dominate things. So we're in this visual novel where there's romance involved, plus there's an esports thing involved, and there's also conspiracies that carry over from the first game. So it's kind of combination, all sorts of different stories going on. But we're about to get into a big fight with our romance companion from the first game. And she is the leader of a esports team, world renowned, Queen Bee, and she just got introduced. So yes, we are really excited. World sounds concerning. Yeah, it's a different alternate reality, of course. There's some things that have developed in parallel, very similar to our world, and then other things like like cell phones are pretty much exactly like cell phones are. In fact, the cell phones are probably a little bit more advanced than ours. And arcade games have continued to develop and go and expand. It's just PCs are still they're still basically at a 90s level as far as, how many people have access to them. And consoles, again, Atari never failed, so Atari still has a console. There's no big Microsoft console because PCs aren't really a thing. So Atari is kind of like the Xbox of the world. Sega still exists, and Nintendo did end up making the Nintendo PlayStation. In fact, the Nintendo PlayStation 4 is the current revision in 20XX. So there's a lot of world building that they do in the course of this. It's pretty awesome. Veteran player from Japan, possibly the greatest who ever lived, the Demon. Oh my goodness, the Demon is here. We are fighting Queen Bee and the Demon. Oh my goodness. If we lose this match, it'll be okay. If we lose this match, it's okay. These are like the two best players in the world. So, there we go. An ambush match by two of the best players in the scene in front of thousands of people. We are doomed. We are most definitely doomed. This is the path forward. If we want to carry on as a team, we have to impress the four Heavenly Kings. What we're going to do? As for my partner, I didn't call anyone up else on the team. We hit the stage in 2 minutes, so got to work with what I have. Partner will be Loxley or Rhapsody. Rhapsody really hasn't played professionally since he left P2W, or since they left P2W. Loxley, we've been with most of this time, and he even tried to offer us the romance token. We kind of turned him down because we're not really going for Loxley. We're going for Jinx and Grace. But I think we stick with Loxley. We've been with Loxley for most of this episode. I think that's where we're going to go. I live for battle. You need but ask. I shall charge under your banner. With that, what's with all the fancy schmancy Anglo-Saxon? Heard a couple people needing to turn down Loxley in this chapter. Yeah, because like the game definitely has two different side stories that are set. There's the Polybius storyline, which carries over from Arcade Spirit 1. And then there's your rival and Valkyrie and how she's abusing her team. And there's that storyline that I can definitely see. And I've tried to stick with just one storyline through the whole thing. So if you stick to Polybius, you're still going to get a lot of points with Loxley in this one and the one before. So unfortunately, you do have to turn him down because I've been pretty hard pressing on Jinx and Grace. And it's possible to do a poly relationship with Jinx and Grace. So pretty sure that's where we're ending up. You know, let's see how that goes. Ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies. Ha! The only thing you'll be stealing us is Ursula Major's kills, Robin Hood. Time's up, Ursula Major. Here we go. Yeah, I get the impression I missed a bit of Polybius story. Yeah, so I decided, you know, if I do another playthrough, which I probably will, then I will push the rival side of the story. Because the rival, you can tell the rival is like in a bad spot, and that Valkyrie is abusing her and her team. But I've stayed away from that storyline almost entirely to focus on the Polybius arc. This is it, the hardest challenge in my pro career to date. But I'm on a roll, aren't I? When it comes to these big moments where the spotlight's shining, I'm the eye of the storm. I've risen to the task. I will do this. I will be the winner. On emerging through the curtain and onto the stage, I nearly blasted backwards by the roar of the crowd. Colored lights swing back and forth as the pit crew emerges on alongside two of the four Heavenly Kings. And the audience is hyped to see this happen. Following is an exhibition match scheduled for 1 round. Making their way to the game, please welcome the four Heavenly Kings, Queen Bee and the Demon. Queen Bee soaks up the crowd's applause, pumping a fist in time to 4HK chant to keep them excited. And their challengers, the hottest rising stars of the esports scene, it's Ursula Major and Loxley of the pit crew. Did they just cheer more for me than they did for the four Heavenly Kings? Competitors, to your stations. It's time. And yes, we're at Max, which is like PAX, obviously. Max West this time. We were at Max East in the first game. So we're at Max West this time. I pull out my trusty $8 beige keyboard, plugging it in while Queen Bee and the Demon produce expensive, professional gauge flight kits. One that we could afford with a new sponsor. The pit crew, I see you. Yes, I went with Jinx's suggestion of the pit crew. Okay, figure out strategy check. Quick Bees picking Silent Blade, and the demons are already queued up Sensei. Good, I know what their game plan is. Want to know about them? Queen Bee plays aggro Silent Blade. Attacking relentlessly, I can defend against her. Meanwhile, Loxley would have to overcome the demons turtling up and defensive play as Sensei. Good, good. Nothing we haven't dealt with before. Of course, unless they go completely against their traditional play. Future of the best crew, and I need to do my best. Here we go. Queen Bee's going to come at me as attack. The whole point of Silent Blade is to rush down your opponent. So I should defend against it. Yep, she defended. Knew it. The starting item build shows the defensive build for Silent Blade. Since when does a character have a tank build? Since when does Queen Bee not play aggro? When she's trying to check it out. Went through the window. We're going to need to adapt. Okay, so we're going to expect defense. But I think he's going to go either attack or special. If he's going special, then a special will tie at least, right? Because special beats attack. No. Defense beats attack, right? Attack beats special. How's that work again? Yeah, defend beats attack. Now I'm like freaking out. I've been fine with this the whole time. Okay, so if he goes defense, then I definitely don't want to be attacking. Right? If he goes special, then I want to be either doing attack or special. If he goes special, I think special is a good bet here.
I'll give you that round, friend, but you shall not prevail.
Okay, he went attack. Okay. Okay, so that was bad. Yeah, I was trying to figure out the best way to do. Assuming he would do attack or special, and there is no really good way to assume they do attack or special. I'm seeing a little aggro build on Sensei. I know what they're doing. So they're mixing things up a little now that we're into their tomfoolery. Okay. I don't think they're going to mix it up just yet. I think they're going to go attack. Nope. Ow. Okay. So full special. Still kicking her ass. All right. Gonna go back on defense. Okay. He's gonna go back on attack.
Yes, such glorious.
Okay, now here's the thing. Which one of them is going to use their ultimate? We've got 2 rounds left. Seems to be what they're playing into about them. Yeah, exactly. Queen Lee likes to bait you into overextending and hit you with the ultimate. But they've been playing opposite this whole time. If I save my ultimate for the next round, we might come out better. Nope, they used the ultimate. Shoot. Not gonna be enough.
I am the ghost that haunts you by nightfall, and the monster that hunts you by daybreak.
Not gonna be enough. Not gonna be enough. Oh, we did pull it out. We did get it.
You win.
Barely. Okay, so saving my ultimate did end up doing it. Okay, good. Okay. Whoo. Woo, math. Yes. So yeah, letting her get her ultimate in so we could use ours did end up being okay.
The day is ours. Could there have been any other outcome, truly?
Woo! That was close. Here are your winners, Ursula Major and Loxley of the Pit Crew. We won. We won a match against the 4 Heavenly Kings.
Well fought. You've proven that you got what it takes.
I stand there in shock as Queen Bee grasps my hand and raises it high while the crowd chants. PC, PC, PC. Yes, PC. PC. I chose it for that reason too. Whoa. But hey, no great surprise, right? We triumphed in every single high pro match we've ever had. Of course we beat 4AK. We're champions. No, don't get your ego.
Give it up for our challengers, everyone! That was one hell of a fight! They're the future of FOD. Look to them for who we should all be in this community. Remember this day. It will resonate forever.
Crowd bursts of excitement as we head backstage. Awesome. Valkyrie of Team P2W glowers at us while we pass on by because we just upstaged the upcoming main event completely. No kidding. No kidding. Like, just an exhibition match with the 4 Heavenly Kings is big enough. Beating them? Oh my goodness. Just a bit of icing on the cupcake of our success. Backstage things are ramping up the finale of Pizza Yum's Invitational, with staff members rushing about to prepare the stage for the last fight of the day. Meanwhile, we can loiter off to the side without being bothered. A good moment to reflect on what's transpired. Such a marvelous battle. I've not seen it like in many a day, and I doubt I shall for many more. We really kicked some ass, didn't we? And against some of the best players in the world. Take caution, my friend. A skirmish is not a war. I have faith we will win the war, but don't get cocky. Right. I'm just shocked we have a sponsor again. I swore to deliver a sponsor to our doorstep, and I always hold my oaths. For now, I shall take my leave so that you may remove your player hat and don your manager hat. There are business matters afoot. Thanks for your support, Loxley. Always, Ursula Major. Always. Even backstage, I can hear the most thunderous echoes of the cheering audience. It's almost a shame we aren't able to watch the finals, or play in them. But our match with Queen Bee and the Demon of 4 Heavenly Kings was certainly a boost for my mood and career. One piece of the puzzle hasn't quite clicked into place, and maybe Queen Bee can help with that. Hey QB, now that the match is over, care to tell me about this mysterious team sponsor who's interested in us? Still confused how someone as prestigious as you could be our tryout match. Your sponsor must be a heck of a mover and shaker to have an interest in the likes of us.
Don't sell yourself short. You're young and just getting started. But everybody starts somewhere. This is your starting line. Reminds me a lot of my own starting line, in fact. There were a lot of setbacks. Losses. A fucking lot of losses. I started out as a baby FOD streamer, barely able to crawl up those ranks. But I didn't give up. Never fucking give up. I worked hard, played hard, and eventually L7 invited me to join their team. I did so thinking I had finally made it, but it was just one more step to get to where I am today. A lot of shit went down when I was in L7. It eventually led up to my humiliating loss against the demon.
I remember reading about that on all the FOD forums. Even though it was a smaller, unknown venue, the demon traveled all the way from Japan to fight against Queen Bee. Queen Bee lost the match against the demon, but then in a twist of fate, he ended up inviting her to join 4HK, and now they're both on the most well-loved and talented team in the scene.
But even in that loss, there was a win. That loss changed everything for me. Without that singular moment, I wouldn't be here, standing next to you, offering you this sponsorship. So why you? I've been exactly where you are right now, and I want to make that difference for others who I see myself in. Well, not to mention, Loxley and Rhapsody told me all about your last sponsor backstabbing you, and I like to make sure we stick our middle fingers up at big corporations. As for who your actual sponsor is, here, let me introduce you.
Hee. That's when a familiar face wanders up to me, flashing a big smile. It's Ray! It's my other character. Gorsagia, my favorite cousin. Whoa. Ray, you're the one who wants to sponsor my team? Hey, family supports family, even in the hot mess that is our family. I want to do for you what nobody could do for me. Lift you up. I haven't seen you in years. Not since the last family reunion. Yeah, I fell out of touch too. I'll own up to that, but lately I've been quietly keeping tabs on your career while advancing my own. They slipped me a business card with the symbol of pixel art character with a neon heart. You're the one who made House of Lights. I'm a PC junkie, and even I know about that arcade. You're the one that Deco's Palace tried to torpedo, right? You're famous. Famous? I'm no celebrity. I'm just me. I made an arcade that my friends could love and cherish, and fought to defend their dreams. Nothing more, nothing less. That's old business. Today, I want to talk about new business, specifically sponsoring the pit crew. So you're the mysterious sponsor that's sick the 4 heavenly kings on us? Goals, yes. This is awesome. This is why I know there's lots of technical problems with it, but this is why the save import is like the coolest thing. And I hope that they really stick with it. I know they have lots of technical issues around it, but man, it is such a good payoff. Especially when your characters are related. It's cool that, like, because I gave them the same last name, the game realizes that they have the same last name. Yeah, I made some noises. Yeah, exactly. It's like there's always when you're a small dev, you always have to pick your battles. You can't do everything, right? But just because something is hard doesn't make it the wrong choice. And I think in this case, the save games, I understand that they're really hard technically, but it's the right choice for the game. Yeah, I avoided making the same character on purpose, but yeah, for that reason. I was afraid that they would match up at some point. But this was a cool way to go. I really love this. Yeah, but honestly, the match was Queen Bee's idea. She loves a dramatic show. I was going to just approach and say hello. But it's hard to say no to the queen, you know? Loxley and Rhapsody told me all about Pizza Yums backstabbing you. I don't like it when people step all over someone's dreams, so I agreed to help. Seriously? But you're a huge arcade chain. I mean, you have locations all up and down the coast. We're just some little team operating a laundromat, you know? I mean, not say we aren't cool, but everybody starts somewhere. True, we made the right move to build an arcade empire, but I got my start at the Funplex, a mom and pop strip mall joint. One day the pit crew will be up there with the greats, just like House of Lights. I've got no doubt about that. There's one condition on this offer, though. In 1 month, there's going to be a big FOD2 exhibition event happening at Penguin's Paradise. You know, the cheesy penguin-themed family amusement park? Never been there myself, but I'm aware of it. You have to be dead or comatose not to know about Pengy. I want you representing House of Lights at the charity event. We're going to be raising money for Child's Play, an organization that donates toys and games to Children's Hospital. Plus, if you do this, you get another shot at team play to win. I figured you'd want a chance to beat your rival in a public setting, am I right? Of course, it's a great opportunity. Rivalry can be fun, but the main thing is that we're going to make a lot of kids happy. Win or lose, you're going to support a lot of dreams by doing this. I want you to understand the importance of this. It's why I'm sponsoring you, because of your spirit, your hopes and dreams. For the longest time, I thought the Majors family was simply cursed with bad luck. Anything that could go wrong would go wrong. My faith in that curse led me to just give up, to go with the flow, and passively accept whatever life wanted to shovel on top of me. There never was a curse. There was just my depression. With my friend's help, I realized I needed to adapt and start seeking my dream. That's what I want to do for you. I want to offer you that helping hand so you can find what your dream truly is. Not what you think it might be, what it truly is. So let your heart be your guide and you'll get through the Pro Tour and beyond, all while growing and reaching your dreams, okay? Everything in style, charity, amusement park rides. You can count on me. I'll support charity and find my path forward. Don't worry, I'm going to chase my dreams. You can count on me, Ray. This is a great opportunity to support a great charity and really apply myself to the Pro Tour. I won't let this chance go to waste, and I won't let you down. Not a doubt in my mind about that. I think it's settled then. With that, they hand over a contract tucked away neatly in a folder for later review. Run that by your lawyer, and if everything looks good, sign it on the dotted line and zip it along. Have a lawyer? No problem. Have Iris find you one. If she needs help finding a lawyer with esports, my Iris can help yours. Hooray! Ray's Iris is legendary in the Iris Collective. That'll be a lot of fun. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got business before Max closes down for the day. I'd love to hang and chat and play some games, but alas, adult responsibilities, they are a thing. Yeah, tell me about it. As manager of the pit crew, I'm always dealing with one thing or another. We'll have to swap war stories sometime. I thought beep beep from Ray's Iris grabs their attention. I better take this, sorry. Good luck at the charity show match. Yeah, she's got the contract. We're all set. Thanks for helping me set all this up, Queen Bee. You're awesome as always. The after party? Sure, I'm down for some fancy night with you. Of course, I'll be your arm candy. Love you. See you soon. Yay! And as our new sponsor fades into the crowd of Max, I just hope beyond hope I can make them proud of us next month. First Max. Who would have thought it ended up how it did? Beginning of the day, we lost one sponsor, and yet by the end, we gained a new one. A sponsor who believes in us. We fought the legendary 4HK, and the crowd loved us. We're even going to be part of FOD2 exhibition happening at Pengy Paradise. This is more than I ever expected to have when I first set out to chase esports glory. But above all, there's the championship, right? We're undefeated, a bullet train going right to the top. I'll be a champion. I have to be a champion. There's nothing else that matters. Or at least, that's what I keep telling myself. A winner is you. You've cleared level 4 of Arcade Spirits, the new challengers. Victory! I thought this one was going to be short, but then it ended up going much longer than expected. Let's take a look at your scores. You're in Jinx's passenger seat with, see, Loxley's way down here. And this seems like, it almost seems like a bug that Loxley offers relationship sort of things this early, but it's probably one of your main times with him. So I can see why. I mean, like I say, I spent every opportunity pretty much the last 2 chapters with Loxley, but he's actually very low on my thing. In fact, he's been down here. He's been down here until this episode. I don't think it's so much a bug as it's just it was a narratively good time to do it. But yeah, I had to turn him down because we're definitely, way up on Jinx with Grace close by. And again, there's the option to do the poly. And Jinx and Grace both always talk about how Jinx talks about how she likes Grace and how Grace likes us and vice versa. So sticking with the level-headed and the quirky. Change personal metadata, name, pronoun. I keep like kind of cringing at my name, but it's okay. I keep wanting to change the tag, but I think I'll stick with it. Save your game? Yes, save the game. The new meta. Level 5. One streamer kept changing her clothes every episode. Oh yeah, I forget you can change your clothes. I've almost done that. I almost did that the first time. I think I changed my hat. The first time. I didn't end up changing too much. I'm kind of good with where we are. I've got a definite look in my head for Corastasia. I have like pictures of her from like GTA RP and a few other games in my Twitter. So kind of stuck with that general look for her. So that's why I haven't really felt the need to change it. Plus, she's a character that goes way back to City Heroes. She's like one of my first City Heroes characters. My first RP character, for sure, in City Heroes. First dedicated RP character in City Heroes. So she's got a whole look to her that is part of her story throughout games. So yeah. But that is probably where I should call it. I could go for, another 3 hours probably, but I think I could discretion being the better part of valor. If the first episode had been done in then pause. If the first episode had been done in 2 hours, I probably would have went and did the next episode. But I think this is good. This is 3 hours. Let's see. Looks like Shin is still doing the... looks like Shin's the only one that's really live. Shin's still doing the event. Is he doing something else? I know there was an event that Mrs. Sticks was doing as well. A PC reveal or whatever, a Game Fest. Jin usually just talks over the stream, so you gotta get through the ads first, though. See what he's up to. Just watching more videos now. Well, anyway, let's go see Shin. Shin's fun. Even as the date episode wasn't too long. Interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and raid Shin. But anyway, probably play more of this tomorrow. And we'll see where we go from there. Alright, thanks again for watching, and thanks everybody for copping by. Thanks for the follows, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.